Let's take a look at them. Of course, Alabama in Miami. We knew that game coming up in the ATL. And, of course, first meeting since 1993 in that Sugar Bowl. Crimson Tide 5-0 in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Of course, Georgia Clemson as well. CD, that is a monster game that we'll be talking about right off the bat.
Yeah, and Georgia is going to be the fashionable pick to not only win the East this year, but to win perhaps the SEC championship and even get into the college football playoffs again. That'll be an early litmus test for the Bulldogs.
You look at that, LSU at UCLA, but this is the full Week 1 schedule. And, of course, we have a couple of days, Ole Miss and Louisville just a couple of days after that. But I want to go back and to talk about Georgia and Clemson, first meeting since 2014. Now, Chiz, this is all about litmus tests, and this game was normally supposed to be San Jose State, but Kirby Smart said, no, I want to be on a national stage. Quite the huge calculation here from Kirby Smart and the Bulldogs right off the bat.
Well, this game used to be a huge non-conference game for both schools, and they used to play it pretty often back in the late 90s. I think it's a great job for Kirby, who missed the college football playoff, to measure himself, get on the map right now in college football playoff talk to be able to play this Clemson football team who's loaded. You're looking at 5 stars and 4 stars versus 5 stars and 4 stars. And look, the hope that JT Daniels has given this Georgia fan base, it's going to be interesting to see how this season opens.
And Chiz, I love the setup now with the college football playoffs. The idea is you're going to win the SEC championship. You're going to be into the college football playoffs. That gives you a little more margin for error to test yourself. We know how much resumes mean to the college football playoff committee. This is the ultimate resume Bulldog. So I really don't see that this as being a win-lose situation. To me, it's a win-win situation for all the reasons that you meant, and the fact that there's an opportunity for some margin for error as long as you go into the conference schedule and in that season with the confetti there in Atlanta.
You talk about the quarterback battle is going to be monster between JT Daniels announcing he's coming back, Trevor Lawrence off to the NFL, DJ Uiagalelei, which get ready to say his name. We're going to be saying it a lot, CD. Right now, this feels like the litmus test for Georgia in a season where everybody's losing so much that they could really make a mark right off the bat.
It almost feels to me like it's a little bit like Texas A&M was last year, right? Everybody saw the roster that was coming back for the Aggies. Everybody felt like the schedule was going to be more manageable. I think you can look at it. Obviously, this is a tough test for the Bulldogs, but the way they finished last season, the insertion of JT Daniels into that offense, the way that things opened up with the receivers becoming rejuvenated and re-energized as a part of this offense has me really excited. And Chiz, I know the most important thing that we're not talking about is not an offensive returner. It's a defensive returner. Jordan Davis returning as maybe the most unsung player, PB, on that entire roster. He'll be a big part of building that Georgia defense back up.
Looking to see Todd Monken in his second year with a full spring, hopefully, as well. All right, how about Alabama and Miami, Chiz? We're trying to figure out a whole bevy of new players for Alabama, but maybe more importantly, new coaches taking on Manny Diaz's Hurricanes.
Yeah, Bill O'Brien obviously being the new offensive coordinator. What's this offense going to look like? It's going to be very interesting. And, oh, yeah, by the way, Mac Jones isn't going to be the quarterback either. So what will Bryce Young look like? How will they work him into this offense? You're going to see a lot of new names on the offensive line. And make no mistake about it, when Miami's hitting on offense with De'Aaron King, they put up 52 against Florida State. And you can say Florida State wasn't great, but they always got a lot of very good athletes defensively. I'm looking forward to that matchup.
CD, I'm already looking forward to telling you that you cannot go to LSU at UCLA. I know you've already put in the vacation request, but what do you think about that matchup, LSU going west for the first time since '09?
Well, obviously, it's going to be a great trip for those LSU fans, getting a chance to get back on the road to support their team, going to the Rose Bowl where SEC teams don't get an opportunity to play much. But how about the suspense that we're going to be under leading up to the first game about who the quarterback will be? Miles Brennan will return from his injury. TJ Finley and Max Johnson both got great experience as true freshmen this season. So that'll be one of the storylines that we follow as we head out to Pasadena.
First meeting ever between the Tigers and the Bruins.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.